Hey guys, how's it going? I want to look at another of the test results from the stateoftheology.com in their 2022 survey of over 3,000 Christians in regard to what they believe on a variety of topics. And so today we're going to look at what they believe about the Holy Spirit. And the question that is brought up is the Holy Spirit a force but not an actual person? So it's very interesting to look at the results here, and you can see that 33% of those who responded, 33% of self-professing Christians, say that they agree that the Holy Spirit is a force and not a conscious person. And then you look at those that somewhat agree, that's another 26%, as you can see here. When you look at those that are unsure, that's another 15%. But when you add those up, when you add up the 33, the 26, and the 15, you get something like 75%. You get close to 3 out of 4 Christians that don't think that the Holy Spirit is a conscious third person. 3 out of 4, that's a lot. And if you are an evangelical that believes in the doctrine of the Trinity, this should concern you, that this is what the people in the pews are actually believing when they are reading their Bibles. Now, you can look at those that somewhat disagree with this, meaning they somewhat agree that the Holy Spirit is a conscious third person. That's 7%. And then 19% of those strongly disagree with this proposition, meaning that they strongly agree that the Holy Spirit is a conscious person. But you put that together, you basically have 1 out of 4 Christians. Now, this data is very interesting when you compare it to the same survey that asks the question whether Christians believe if God is one God consisting of 3 persons, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And you look at the people that responded to that question, and you have a whopping 70% of people that either agree, strongly agree, or they somewhat agree with that proposition. And this is the interesting point here, is that you've got a lot of people that are told that they need to believe in something called the doctrine of the Trinity, but when it comes to actually looking at the specifics of it, most people don't actually believe in the doctrine of the Trinity because 75% don't think that the Holy Spirit is a conscious third person. And so just believing in the Trinity is just this, it's this sort of club that people have to just kind of verbally agree to in order to be a part of the evangelical church. Some people have described it as a shibboleth. It's just the sort of thing that you have to say. You have to kind of verbally acknowledge your agreement with this, even though people clearly don't understand what it means. And in fact, 75% of Christians don't actually believe in the doctrine of the Trinity based on this particular survey. They think that they do. They'll give a confessional nod to it, but in reality, they don't think the Holy Spirit is a conscious third person. So this is interesting data for you to consider. And of course, you can take this and use it as you see fit. Don't forget to subscribe.